right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Michigan Extreme Combat Sports.
Google it.
Are you ready for another fight? Say hell yeah!
The following contest is being brought to you by the MECS Pro Shops, and it is called the Battle of the Smiths. Here we go, introducing the fighters making their way out. First, coming to the red corner, please welcome Deshaun Smith.
So this is a little bit tricky, this fight. Both of their names are Smith, and their first name starts with a D. Both D. Smiths, not related, coming in here, but Deshaun coming in here. This is his debut. This is a debut versus debut. He's out of Claire Fitness Center, and just looking forward to getting in here. And freestyle fighter, and that's what we're going to see a lot, but he is going to face a wrestler, so we're going to see maybe a stylistic matchup here once again. And those have proven to be some of the best fights we've got a chance to see, because who's going to control the cage is what you get a chance to see with these type of fighters.
Well, coming to us out of Claire, Brett Spardella in his corner over there. Brett running one of the few 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu schools in Michigan, and he is absolutely a grappling beast. So we'll see how much of that translates into the game of Deshaun Smith.
And his opponent making his way out to the blue corner, please welcome Damon Smith.
All right, Damon Smith coming to us. Now the big difference as well is Damon coming to us 6 feet tall. Both of these guys at about 155. So facing, Deshaun, who's in there already at 5'7". So we'll see if he can use his reach advantage. But Damon Smith has, the height advantage, but his background is wrestling. So, he's been wrestling for 9 years. And that's what we're going to see. As you said, we're going to see a little bit of jits from Deshaun Smith, who's already in the cage right now in the red corner, and Damon coming to us with a wrestling background.
I'll tell you what, this is one of the few cages we've seen recently where it's big enough for a striker to be able to move backwards and laterally and not wind up on the side of the cage in 3 steps. All right, fight fans, let's go into the cage. Pete Trevito with your official MECS introduction.
Here we go, fight fans, introducing our fighters first. Fighting out of the red corner, wearing red trunks trimmed in white. Standing 5'7" tall, he weighed in at 156 pounds. He's a fitness freestyle mixed martial artist representing 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. He's coming to the cage for his debut fight tonight. Fighting out of Toledo, Ohio, this is Deshaun Smith! His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing white trunks trimmed in black. Standing 6 feet tall, he weighed in at 153 pounds. He's a freestyle and wrestling specialist representing Michigan Extreme Combat Sports. He also makes his way to the cage tonight for his debut fight. Fighting out of Garden City, Michigan, ladies and gentlemen, here is Damon Smith!
Well, that's what you got to do it up when you have a crowd like that behind you.
More or less.
All right, fight fans, when we get started, Deshaun Smith in the red fight shorts. Damon Smith in the white trimmed with black shorts.
Just body language. Deshaun out of the red corner looks just amped and ready. And Damon, starting out a little bit more cautious. Got to watch keeping that chin high. Coming forward. Oh, and just letting his hands go, just pummeling, and Damien quickly trying to take it to the ground.
I'll tell you what, I was looking forward to see some good rubber guard action here from Deshaun Smith, but we might not get that far. Back to their feet they go. Damon Smith not able to transition off that single leg, had to stand back up and reset. Now he's got the 10th Planet Specialist on his back. Let's see. Oh, deep guillotine at this point, Kara. There's a
oh, wow. Disappointing the crowd here in Garden City and, doing a lot of damage to Deshaun Smith. You can see Damon Smith just grabbing his throat.
Well, that choke went on very quickly, and that just split-second lag from Damon Smith and getting in there and starting to deal with it was more than enough time for it to set up deep.
Well, you mentioned early on the experience that Deshaun Smith was bringing into the corner.
Brett Spardella is coaching there with him. Brett, you're going to watch big things from this guy on the grappling circuit. He's already lighting it on fire. Regional Naga competitions, things like that, and Eddie Bravo purple belt. So let's go into the cage. with your official MECS decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for both of the fighters in this cage. Your tap out came at 35 seconds of the first round for your winner by guillotine submission, Deshaun Smith. All right, Deshaun, you are now an undefeated cage fighter, man. How does it feel right over there?
I feel great.
All right, who do you want to shout out? What do you want to say to all your fans, friends and family, and your trainers?
Tip-tatic jiu-jitsu. And thanks for everybody coming. Appreciate it.
Good enough. All right, man, a few words, ladies and gentlemen. Now undefeated cage fighter Deshaun Smith, making his way out of the cage.
You know, that was quick, but Deshaun, didn't just put the choke on, he made sure it sunk deep and hard. He was, and that's what you got to do. Initially, when you get that position, just go for broke.
Absolutely. That was not a lazy guillotine. It was on tight, and it got the job done. And, it's like every song of the guillotine. Let's see a bunch of guillotines. Let's see a bunch of guillotines. If you don't do them right, they're ineffective. And if you do them very well, it's just as technical a submission as anything else we've seen.
And obviously a little somber in the crowd right now after that, because they were looking for Damon Smith to do a little bit more, expecting a little bit more, even though it was his debut. I mean, he had to get his feet wet, but Deshaun seemed to come in